Hey there, welcome to Millennium Milestone Presents, a site dedicated to storytelling in books, movies, video games, and other exciting genres. Winter is just about here, and we're coming at you with another review for the Rippaverse comic Yaira #1, brought to you by the creative team of writers Sylvia and Jen Saska, famed twin sisters for their twisted sister productions of horror movies such as See No Evil 2 and American Mary. They are also known for writing credits on Marvel Comics' Black Widow and Secret Wars Journal. The book also features the art talents of Deborah Carita, known for her works in DC and Marvel, as well as independent works such as Warlords of Mars. Now that we have that established, let's get to the book's plot. The graphic novel begins with the events of I Saw #1, and the trailer that was released in March 2024. Yaira gets into a fight with familiar heroes of the Rippaverse and escapes. The aftermath of the incident shifts to her alter ego, Dr. Sally Riddell, being introduced as an archaeologist hired to work with Projexus in Forest Park, Texas. The opening story revolves around a girl named Stefania Martinez who mysteriously exhibits the same powers that Yaira possesses. This prompts her to seek out this girl, and also sparking an instant confrontation not only with her, but from three mysterious visitors out of this world: Yanessa, Yantani, and Numite. The trio seem to know Yaira and are here to bring her back to her home world for crimes they claim she committed. The discovery of Stefania having powers like Yaira compels them to destroy this abomination in their eyes, forcing Yaira to defend her at all costs. The conflict goes back and forth throughout the book, causing destruction in its path like a tornado. The only thing keeping some order is another mainstay in Rippaverse comics, the Alpha Corps. The only problem is that Alpha Corps is a superhero police force, and their job is to maintain order. They too are here to arrest Yaira. Their involvement only complicates the situation. As the book progresses, we get cool action from Yaira, not just fighting, but just also using her own wit to outsmart her enemies. That's the main premise of the book so far. There are details revealed about Yaira's past which I won't spoil here. The Saska sisters explain in their letter at the end of the book that Yaira's motivations will be a mystery that unravels in later books. What we do get is some interesting plots that will unfold in due time. One that is presented in the book is her existence on Earth goes back several centuries. We learn of her desire for all to become immortal and not die, a fate she saw time and again from her loved ones, becoming a heavy lump in her heart. We also learn that she has descendants, none of which possess her unique abilities except for one. As for the villains in the book that interested me, only one of them was Numite. He was creepy and disgusting, but someone that was not easy to dismantle so quickly. The others were formidable, but not nearly as interesting as Numite was. Now, I would be remiss for a moment if I did not acknowledge that while I did enjoy the book, there are some fair criticisms from other YouTubers that reviewed the book. One I did agree with was the dialogue needs to get better. There were some lines that did not make sense in the book to me. One example was that of the trio of villains, one of them saying, "Poor form old girl." While it is a phrase I'm familiar with, it just seemed a bit out of place. The other critique I heard was that the voices were not unique, which I can't understand. It is tough to think in the headspace of another character and create their own distinct voice in writing. Frost Comics, who I will leave a link in the description for his channel, mentioned that a good way to overcome that problem is to read out loud the words that the characters use to another person to make sure it sounds natural and doesn't sound like your own voice. The other issue that seems to be brought out is that of continuity. A problem that even big companies like Marvel and DC are riddled with in their own books today. While I do see that what they are talking about, I do not see that being a major issue for me. Things like that can be fixed in other issues, or even if necessary, a remaster of the book if Rippaverse Comics chooses to go down that path in the future. You never know. One thing I will say is, criticize them all you want, the results speak for themselves. The books are selling, and Eric July seems to have a good business model to start from to get better. I ordered both Horseman and Yaira and got the books within a few days of ordering them, so I would not let their errors overshadow what they have been able to accomplish with their works. All in all, this book gets a big thumbs up from me. I hope you get a chance to get a copy and see for yourself what the Rippaverse is all about. It is a good alternative to the major brands if you're looking for something a little bit different. Well, that's my take on Yaira #1. As I said before, the book is excellent to me, and I found the story to be very compelling enough for me to perhaps take a good look at it for the second book whenever it comes out. What were your thoughts on this book? Many of you have already read it already. Did you find anything that you didn't like about the book, or anything that you enjoyed about the book? I want to hear your thoughts as well in the comments as well. And let's grow a community a little bit to get a better understanding of other independent comic books that are out there as well. Thank you for coming to the channel, and you better believe I'll be back again.